The first image that we're looking at is an image, if you guys look in your books on page 20, it's from that Arches National Park, okay? And when your timer starts, you're gonna start at your table, and what you're going to do is for those 30 seconds in your groups, you're going to be talking about what do you see in the image, recording your observations individually, and then what are the things that you think happened in order to form this, okay? So the idea of today in these images and these locations is we're looking at different images, different locations. What do you see, and what processes caused that formation to actually exist or form? Okay, you're starting out at your table. Go ahead and go. Okay, so for this location, it's Balanced Rock. This one's in Utah, okay? And you have 30 seconds. It's a short period of time, right? We're writing down observations at rapid speed and then talking about what do you think caused that formation. Go ahead and go. Okay, this one is on page 20. It's Bryce Canyon National Park, also in Utah. And again, you're talking about what do you see and how do you think it formed? The next one we're looking at is on page 20. This one is Agathla Peak. Peyton, help me in the other one. Agathla Peak, and this one is out of New Mexico. 30 seconds to record your observations, and then you'll have time right after that. Your next formation is the formation that's called the Colorado National Monument. Okay, and this is out of Colorado. Go ahead and talk about what you see, and then what does that imply as far as how it formed. Okay, what we're looking at is the Mexican hat out of Utah. Go ahead and go. Okay, so for this one, aside from reminding me like of the movie scene from the movie, what is it, Frozen, where the trolls are all there, right? Kind of reminds me of that. But this one is called Goblin Valley State Park, right, out of Utah. Go ahead and talk about your observations. We are looking at it's Canyon de Chelly National Monument. This one's in Arizona. Now remember, we were talking about the location of the 4 states, right? That we have on our Colorado Plateau. And remember that these locations actually are pretty close to each other, relatively, just based on the fact that those state boundaries all niche up right there, right? So 20 or 30 seconds to record your observations. Again, talk about how. On your guys' observations and the things that you've been discussing, what were some of the things that you guys came up with that could be potential ways in which those different locations formed? Jess?
Natural disaster.
Okay, so some sort of disaster. Donnie?
Chemical reactions.
Autumn? Jaden?
Erosion. Wind.
Anything else we have on our list?
Like
Dan-
other rocks falling down from the top.
Ella?
With that texture. Hail.
Donnie?
Lava.
Any other keywords or main words that you guys had down at this point? Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, and this is with the white piece of paper that I put out at your tables, on this piece of paper, what I would like, and we're going to talk here for just a second. When I see this wall of words about the different descriptions that you guys are having, one of the things I want to pinpoint to you is, are we saying that it's a different process just because it looks different? Okay, because that's what a lot of our justification is going towards right now, and I understand that you're basing that on your observations. But I'm going to show you guys an animation here, and I want you guys to think about this animation in terms of what's going on at a location that's in your book. So if you guys would flip to page 19 in the resource book, we're going to take a look at did all of these form from the same process? You're answering yes or no. You're putting that big. I want you to do this quietly at your table so the tables around you cannot hear you. And then based on your answer, yes or no, I want you to write just kind of a small explanation as to why. Why do you think that? Base it on your observations. So we're not just saying, yes, it occurred because it's this. We're saying, yes, it occurred because this, and this showed me this. Or no, it's not one process because this, and this tells me that it's not. Okay, go ahead and go. Okay, so Paige, your group is saying no to this, and you're saying because they're at different locations, okay? And then you're also saying because it could happen as a result of natural disasters like, what were your examples?
Like earthquakes.
Earthquakes, okay? What would be other examples or other things that could be happening? So if they're not all from earthquakes, then you're saying it could be from earthquakes and
Like lava, like volcanoes and
volcanic activity, okay? Any other options for some of these locations as far as why they form?
stuff. Like erosion.
Erosion, okay, Jaden's group?
We said no because they all look different, they're shaped different, and they are in different environments, and they have their different colors, and they're formed at a different time period.
Okay, Jess?
We said no because there's like different weather environments in different places, and they are different shapes and sizes.
Different shapes and sizes, different locations, okay? Ella's group?
We said no because I went through like different types of erosions. Like some rocks are smooth, some are rough, and also they're all in like different locations.
Okay, so you're saying no, different rocks, different locations, different textures. Donnie's group?
We said yes because they were all formed the same way. They just might have had a different way of doing it. Like, so most of them were formed by wind or water, but some of them could have done it for a longer duration.
So you're saying yes, they are the same process, could be wind or water, so it could have a different method, and it could have a different duration, but it's the same process. Okay, Jasmine's group?
We said no because some of them are like smooth and some aren't, with like the texture. And then they're like different, they're like in different locations. Some of them have like sharp edges and some of them are just rounded.
Okay, so you guys are no as well. And based on the fact that you're observing different textures, different formations, a lot of different things, right? Okay, I'm gonna go back for 1 second. We're looking here at, on your guys' book, it's Monument Valley, okay? And I'm gonna play an animation. I'm gonna play this a couple times, okay? So I want you to watch for a second. It goes really fast. That's the only thing I don't like about this animation. It goes really fast. I want you to look at the labels and the process. Here, okay, so starts out with these labels that indicate hard sandstone and then soft shale, okay? And as it progresses, it's showing you those different types based on color, right? Green is one type, the hard, and the red is the soft. And we see the material breaking down. As you watch that animation, what you're seeing is that we have erosion occurring, but it's not occurring at the same pace because the material it's can lead to differences in the structures that form. And so the answer to this question, are they all formed from the same process? It is yes. It's the same process, but erosion isn't as simplistic as we think it is. You guys, we live in Iowa, and erosion is a major factor on one of our most major economies here, right? So agriculture. And have we figured out erosion? Do we have a firm, this is what we do to prevent it, this is what we do to preserve our ground? No. Scientists are still battling erosion and how we approach it and what the best technique is. Okay, so it really does impact daily lives. But with these structures that we're looking at today, we're seeing several different formations, several different things that occur as a result of the erosion. Tomorrow when we come in here, we're going to start with this image. The process that we're referring to is called differential erosion. So differential erosion is where we have erosion occurring but at different paces. The hard rock doesn't erode as fast. The soft rock erodes much quicker. And what we're going to do tomorrow when we come in is you guys are going to start with this image. This image is also on page 19 of your book. And you're going to use the white piece of paper that I gave you to outline and create a strata diagram of this canyon. Okay, so we'll start there tomorrow and then we're going to start breaking this down.